there's two circumstances that have come up with my own family. I could tell you years worth of circumstances that have come up where I've watched people change their life with food, but two circumstances with my own family. My husband, we took him to the Amen Clinic. I studied under the Amen Clinic for a brain health coach certification and saw a brain scan that really, like, all the symptoms linked to the things that my husband was dealing with. So we spent a considerable amount of time and money, went to Chicago, did brain scans, worked with the Amen Clinic, finally had our discussion with the psychiatrist, and it was a 3-hour discussion. And she just looked at my husband and said, "You cannot eat gluten. Like, you are inflaming your brain every time that enters your body." Now, let me go to one other circumstance and then I'll round back. My daughter had a thorough stool test because she had excessive bloating, excessive swelling in her body, extreme. I mean, 40 pounds worth of fluid was on this girl's body at a very, very young age. And we found parasite, we found small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, we found infection all in her body. And then we went through this thorough test that talked about what her body was sensitive to. Under the word gluten, under gluten was a skull and crossbones on the report, basically saying...
Yeah, I mean, it looked like when you have a logo that says poison.
Yes, like a logo that says poison. And what was interesting was on the side, it said, if overconsumed or even in small doses, this could cause suicidal tendencies. This could cause mental disruption. Why would I want my child to continue to have gluten? I will go to war to make sure my child doesn't have gluten. Why would I want my husband to continue to have gluten? A professional psychiatrist, one that we spend thousands of dollars to work with, all this time and energy, says you cannot have gluten. It is setting your brain on fire. And why would I do it? Why would I want to do it? I already knew this stuff going into this. I already knew these things, but I had to be able to prove it to Sophie's mom. I had to be able to prove it to John so that he now is like, I'm not going to eat that stuff anymore. This isn't worth it to me anymore. But guys, if you're out there and you're dealing with multiple medications, you're dealing with systemic inflammation, you're dealing with all these ups and downs,